It's another hot and muggy day in Miami, and the roof is closed as such for comfort at Marlins Park. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the San Diego Padres and the Miami Marlins. The Padres attempt to break out the brooms in this three-game series right after this. Freddie Barrera, the Alabama-born left-hander, will be doing the pitching in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Hey, Matty, yeah, it's been a tough series so far, D-Bro. They've lost the first 2 nail-biters, 2 close games, low-scoring games. They'd like to turn that fortune around here today.
Yeah, but from a manager's perspective, Dan, all you can ask for is effort, and that's what this team's given them. They took it on the chin, first 2 games, 1-run losses. They'll bounce back today.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Spoils another one, and this is exactly what you're looking for out of your leadoff hitter. Right side, hit hard. Gordon is up with it. Throw in time at first. A nice play in short right for the first out. And here's a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. Mark, how do they go about breaking out the brooms on the road?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves, line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
Just starting things out here in South Florida. There's a line drive base hit to left field.
Hey, Christmas come early for the batter right there. Down 0-2, and he gets a cookie middle cut. Pitcher's lucky he's getting this ball back.
So digging in now, Will Myers. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Runners off for second. That's a strike to throw down. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it.
Well, he's certainly doing his best to get his team out to an early lead. Picks up the single and then decides that's not good enough, so he swipes second to get into scoring position. Now we'll see if the guys can pick him up.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Will Myers is the second out of the opening frame.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat, and what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
No balls and a strike to count. Cordova stands at second with 2 gone. Yanked on the ground down the line. And this will get by Longoria at third. It's a fair ball. He pulls into second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
This is why it's so important to give your cleanup hitter an opportunity to hit with runners in scoring position. He does just what he's supposed to do, lacing a double and driving in a run, just like you draw it up.
2 out here and a runner at second. A ball and a strike.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Realmuto finishes it off with the tag to end the inning. Padres pick up a run on the RBI double. Bottom of the first coming up from Miami. And the Friars are off to an early 1-0 lead. Dinelson Lamet starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Guys, these Padres, as they take the field this afternoon, they've come in losers of 7 of their last 10 games, but did earn the victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty, both the first 2 games of this series have been nail-biters, but they've been able to find a way to win. And if you're going to the postseason, you need to be good in one-run games.
No doubt about it, D-Row. They always say, hey, it's easy to win those blowout games that get out of hand. But there have been 2 nail-biters so far in this one. They've won both, and they'd like nothing more to continue their winning ways and win this one here today.
Gordon ahead, 3 balls and a strike.
He's only 4 pitches in, but he doesn't look too sharp to start the day off.
He pulls this one into right, and a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
D-Roll, this is the kind of guy, he doesn't really scare you as a pitcher because he's not a home run hitter, but somehow, some way, he always seems to get the barrel to the baseball.
Yeah, he's going to make you earn it, Dan, no doubt about it. He stays within himself. He doesn't try and do too much. One of those quality guys that walks through the clubhouse door every day. You know exactly what you're getting.
In is Christian Yelich as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. 329 is the average for him coming in. 10 home runs and 33 driven in. And he lays off for ball 1. Line drive to center field, and that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 8 games. Now we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Two balls and no strikes. The count to Stanton.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. There you see Evan Longoria waiting next. A throw behind the runner at second, and the runner back in standing. None out, runners at first and second. Back up the middle. Cordova's got it. To second for 1. On to first, and they get them both. And he is in there. We have a moment here in Miami to take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be watching for the speedster, D. Gordon. He's having a really nice season, hitting over 300 coming into this one. And we all know that that's the magic number. When you hit over 300 for a season, you've got plenty to be proud of. Now we'll see if he can keep it up over the rest of the year.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Great job by everyone involved right there. Executed a great pitch. Got the double play. But don't kid yourself. There's still a guy standing on third base. He still needs one more out.
He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Margot is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 1 left for Miami. Standing in, Yonhervis Solarte. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First pitch coming. Here it is. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Well, it's been a lopsided series thus far, with the Padres dominating to this point and taking aim at a series sweep in this contest.
One of the toughest things to do at this level is to win on the road. With the win today, this would be a sweep of a road series.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. And let's focus on Giancarlo Stanton right now. Looks like he's chiseled out of stone out there. The outfielder, I know he has light tower power, but he's also helpful on the defensive side and possesses a strong arm in the outfield.
Into the box now, Jabari Blash, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Padres an early 1-0 lead here in the second. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2, you've got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, talk about being efficient. How about 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts? Doesn't get much better than that.
Digging in now, Mario Nunez. First delivery to him on the way. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Nope. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Ready on 1-2. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Up next from Miami, Robbie Valencia, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one-hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
Stepping in now, Carmen Lopez, and he puts it on the ground to second, and that's the first out.
So here's how the San Diego Padres are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at third baseman Eugenio Suarez, one of the more underrated players in our sport. Big time power from the right side, ability to crush a hanging breaking ball. Also soft hands at the hot corner. Very reactionary down there and a strong arm.
Stepping up now, JT Realmuto, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Line toward center field, and a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
Hey, Dero, there's a prime example of a little ambush piece, right? Come up there looking to hit right off the get-go. First pitch comes in, whack, base hit.
Yeah, you want to know if this guy was ready to go? He had a game plan. Hashtag ambush. Here we go now.
Standing in now, Ruben Tejada. Soft liner towards short. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft contact is finding holes there.
He's making it nearly impossible for a pitcher right now. Up, down, in and out, hard, soft. Anything you throw forward to home plate, this guy seems to somehow be able to find a hole.
Into the box now, Freddie Ferreira. Now a bunt attempt here. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, D. Gordon.
Ready for another chance. D. Gordon, a base hit in his first trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. And a fastball just a bit high. Now the 1-1 pitch is a changeup that's looked at for a ball. Realmuto at third. Tejada on at second with 2 down. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Marlins forced to settle for 1. We'll go now to the top of the third. All tied at 1-1. So here now is the pitcher, Dinelson Lamet. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Now the 0-1. There's a strike. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. The 1-2. Freezes him. A strikeout looking.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
And that'll bring up Manuel Margot down the first baseline. But a foul ball here. 0-1. Second appearance here. He grounded out to start the ball game. The windup and the 0-1. Line to the right side, but foul. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he'll pull into second with 1 away. So a double into the gap has him in business here with 1 away. And we take a look there at the team leaderboard in that category as his total is currently tops on the Padre ball club. He's set. Here it comes. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
And he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Lifted down the line in left. Lopez is there, and he'll bring this one in. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Now at the plate, Will Myers. Runner in scoring position with Sudan. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. A ball and a strike to the Padres' first baseman.
Well, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with.
A 1-2 count to Will Myers. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Padres leave 1. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as the left-handed hitting Christian Yelich settles in to start out the inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Renfroe giving chase, and that's the first out of the inning. So one out now for the Marlins in their half of the third, and set to stand in the ultra-dangerous Giancarlo Stanton. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a strike called at the knees. 0-1. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes now.
You know, there aren't many guys that can just spit on an 0-2 pitch like that. Maybe it fooled him. We won't ever know, but it worked out.
The 1-2 pitch. This is line to left. Blatch is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
In now, Evan Longoria. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to be hauled in out there. False alarm, and that ends the inning. Digging in to try it again, Hunter Renfroe. We begin the top of the 4th.
The right fielder, number 10.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
You can tell this offense is getting frustrated, but this might be one you have to shower off. When a guy's locating like this, fastball at the knees and to both corners, it's going to be tough for them to do anything with it.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
Into the box, Eugenio Suarez. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Into the corner and slicing foul. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
He's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Just getting blown away so far. No reason to throw anything else to speed up his bat. Just stay right there.
And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Here's Jabari Blash. And this is hauled in on the run as he takes quite a tumble, but hangs on, and the inning is over. A final look at this tumbling catch out there in right field. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Settling in now, Robbie Valencia. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Pulled toward right center field. Margot on his horse. One away. Digging in the switch hitter, Harmon Lopez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Bouncer down the line. But it's foul, strike one. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Renfroe moves over. Two gone. Digging in, JT Realmuto looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed too low apparently. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Realmuto, 28 years old. He was selected in the 3rd round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into it.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Stepping in, Mario Nunez. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. At the plate, Dinelson Lamet. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
Behind 0-2 now.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Under it now is Stanton to make the catch, and there are 2 away now. And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch on its way. Takes a good curveball at the knees.
Hey, he's rolling so far in this one as we head into the middle part of this game. How about 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes? If he continues to do that, he just might finish this one.
And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Padres down in order. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. At the plate, Ruben Tejada. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie.
Ruben Tejada.
Here's the first pitch to him. Outside with the fastball. That's 1-0. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Three and 0 now.
Ball 3 to a leadoff hitter that can run. Not the greatest way to start this right here. I think right now you really have to start pouring some pitches into that strike zone.
3-1 to the Marlins middle infielder. right back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard.
Hey, nice AB right there. With the pitcher coming to the plate, your job is to get on in front of him. This should be interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little billy ball and pull it back and try and play chicklets with the third baseman? See what happens.
Stepping in now, Freddie Barrera. Now a bunt attempt here. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Suarez is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
The batter, number 9.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, D. Gordon. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Hit on the ground out to short. A bare hand for 1. Back to first, but it's right by him. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there. In is Christian Yelich. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. He pulls this one into right, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that in. Alan Cordoba hits next, as he'll be the first to hit for the Friars in their half of the 6th inning. In there, no balls and a strike. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Here's another 0-2. Fouled away.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Alan Cordoba goes down to become the first out in the 6th inning. First delivery to him on the way. A high fastball is in there.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Fastball in there for a called strike. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. He'll get it into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking, too, right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
The breaking ball that time in for a strike.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taken all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the back of your mind.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Working for the punch out and the offering. fouled off. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. Renfro at second with 2 down. Little dribbler down the line. That's a foul ball.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Outside and a full count, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error for the Padres so far. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Giancarlo Stanton now. No hits to this point.
Leading off for the Marlins, right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive to left. Blash has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Hit on the ground to short. On to first, and a sigh of relief as Longoria's retired easily for the second out.
First baseman, number 33.
Ready for another shot now, Robbie Valencia. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. There is Solarte. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half. Welcome back to South Florida. All square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Digging in now for San Diego, Giancarlo Solarte. He'll start the 7th. And Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. And this is going to get down for what should be extra bases. And there's your potential go-ahead run. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that one, going for extra bases off the bat. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Bearclaw, or Bear for short. He was selected in the 7th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Jabari Blash is down for the first out in the 7th inning. 0-1 the count. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Way in front of a great slider that time.
In today's game of seeing so many guys strike out and not worry about it, I'd love to see a little two-strike approach right here. Maybe shorten up a little bit and try and force feed something the other way.
This one's down to third. Up with it is Longoria, and there are 2 away now. Travis Jankowski will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 16.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Jankowski hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings...
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting it. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Manuel Margot. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. And that one just missed outside.
Wow, the Padres have been scuffling so far. They need to get a big hit, and it's about time somebody comes through right about now.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Way outside. Nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Elliot Sanchez will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th. Solarte on third. Jankowski at second with 2 gone. Smoke toward third. Longoria's got it. On to first, and the Padre threat goes by the boards as that ends the inning. Padres leave a pair. Score remains tied 1-1. Corey Mazzoni gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Corey Mazzoni.
Stepping into the box, Carmen Lopez.
Left fielder, Carmen Lopez.
First offering on its way. This is on the ground over to first. And that will get through into right. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base to lead off the inning.
Now batting, catcher, J.T. Realmuto.
Digging in, J.T. Realmuto. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Nope. And a curveball that time that broke too low. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
Grounder down the line at third. Count even at 2-2 to the Marlins catcher.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hit out towards second. Solarte's got it. There's one on to first, and you can forget about the go-ahead run being on base. He's erased on the double play. Striding in, Ruben Tejada. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Margot's under it, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing. Alan Cordoba hits next. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Looks at a curveball on the outside corner. And he fouls this one off. Popped into the air, back behind second. And there's out number 1. Next to the plate for the Padres, Will Myers. He went down on strikes last time up. First offering on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Took something off the curveball there. 76 miles an hour. It's 0-2.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit. But unless you're sitting breaking ball right there, I don't care if it's middle of the plate. That's a tough pitch to pull the trigger on.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Will Myers is sent packing for the second out of the inning.
Hunter Renfroe.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the 4th time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. In there at the letters, 1-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Even 2-2 count to Hunter Renfroe. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Got him swinging on the splitter that time, and with that the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Score remains. Brad Hand. It's on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 52, Brad Hand.
Cam Gallagher is up off the bench as he will pinch hit here in the bottom of the 8th in a tie ball game.
Gallagher.
Swinging a soft liner, and that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, G. Gordon.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. First pitch on its way. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Throw's going to go on to first, so a perfect sacrifice there as now the go-ahead run moves into scoring position here.
Now batting, center fielder.
Into the box, Christian Yelich. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Getting a few steps off the second there, now the pitch. And this is cut on and missed below the knees, and it's 0-1. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this game has the potential to result in a series sweep, but of course with a tie game on our hands, that is no foregone conclusion.
Never easy to sweep. This is one of those teeter-totter games, back and forth as we're tied going into the back end of this game right now. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Number 27, Giancarlo Stanton.
From the stretch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Yelich grounds third and is striding for home. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. Loud contact for Longoria and a ball carrying well to left field. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to be hauled in out there. False alarm, and that ends the inning. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. Last chance coming up for the Padres. 2-1 now, Miami. Wei-Yin Chen comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. In now, Eugenio Suarez. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. So the tying run is aboard here in the ninth. Ready now, Yangervis Solarte. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Back to first, and a costly at-bat there as the possible tying run is erased on the double play.
Oh, man, that's just a backbreaker right there. You get the leadoff man to start the ninth, and you're looking pretty good, right? Not when the next guy bounces into a double play. We'll see if they can get the final out and wrap this thing up.
Here's Jabari Blash. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now this crowd of just over 21,000 are on their feet. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. San Diego down to their final strike. Served out to left off the end of the bat, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. So a great job on a 1-2 pitch to keep the inning alive.
What an unbelievable at-bat right there in the ninth inning. Game on the line to get yourself on base, to create an opportunity for your boy right here to be a hero.
Mario Nunez is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Blash leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And that's taken for strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Hey, we were really treated to a good one today. Bottom of the 8th proved to be the difference, though, and a good job here in the 9th to close the book on this one.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1, the final score this afternoon. The Fish came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Junichi Tazawa claims the win out of the pen, his first. Wei-Yin Chen earns the save out of the bullpen, his 8th of the season. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score for this afternoon. First for the victorious Miami Marlins, 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. The Padres, 1 run, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 35 minutes. A reminder that Marlins shuttle buses are available outside Marlins Park with service to the Comer Metro Rail Station.